All right, guys, so I'm sure you've seen all these videos out there of, is Shopify dead? Shopify dropshipping is different now. I'm here to tell you it is different. And I'm not gonna give you one of those videos where I tell you Shopify dropshipping is dead and then tell you about how amazing the business model is. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the state of dropshipping. This isn't gonna be one of those videos that you see Shopify dead and then they go ahead and they talk about the struggles of dropshipping, but how dropshipping is still the most amazing business model. This isn't gonna be that. I'm gonna tell you kind of the real facts, what I've seen happen with dropshipping and where I see it going. So first off, many of you already know my story. You know how I went from being a firefighter to full-time entrepreneur to now starting a brick and mortar business, still heavily involved in e-commerce, all essentially from drop shipping and private labeling. So I owe a lot to this business model, but it has changed quite a bit since I've been in the game. If you don't know who I am, I'm Braden Wuerch, and I'm here to provide insane value to you guys. If you could, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Have you guys been in the game for a while and have you seen it change? Are you just now thinking about getting started with drop shipping? Where are you in the process? I'd love to go ahead and connect with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So drop shipping has changed. It's definitely changed since I've started. And I've talked about this in the past. You know, it used to be that you could just go ahead, essentially throw up a general store, and as long as you had those, winning products and you knew how to market them, it was easy money. It frankly was. When I got into the game years ago, it was very easy. The competition was very low. And so the thing is, it's changed, and there's a reason why you see a lot of people in this game not being successful. But with that being said, there are still a lot of people being successful just drop shipping. And I'm gonna get into what I think is the best way to go about this. But the people that I see, getting in, and I'm talking about people that are starting, they've recently started and they're already becoming profitable. And these are people that I talk to on a daily or weekly basis. What I'm saying, and I've talked about this in so many videos, is that you absolutely need a brand. Yes, this isn't to say you can't just throw up a general store, have great products, have those winning products that you've heavily researched, and make sales, because I have still seen some of that recently, but I would say at least 90% of the people that I'm dealing with that are successful are having pretty well established brands that they're creating. Now, when I'm talking about doing product research, I'm seeing everybody essentially doing the copy method. They're copying what people are selling on Facebook. They're copying the dropshipping spy tools. That's not the best way to go about it. And that's why I do come at it from, preaching a brand perspective. I see and hear about all these people all the time saying one of the big mistakes you can do drop shipping is thinking about having a brand from the start. That's bullshit. If you want any long-term stake in this game, you need brands. So first off, I want to talk about how to make this a long-term business model, because that's kind of the big question I've been getting is drop shipping really long-term, or is it only short-term? Is it even worth getting into now? So first off, with long-term, yes, I do think this business model is good for the long term. First off, this business model has been around since the 1950s. Drop shipping in itself, not Shopify drop shipping, but drop shipping in itself has been around since the 1950s. This business model is not going away. Now, how we can do this with Shopify drop shipping is changing. So how I said that you need a brand, this continues on to you need to create a strong back end. I see too many people, their stores, they get, really bad feedback and really bad comments. And that's why you see kind of a short lifespan with a lot of drop shippers is, the long shipping times, the bad products, the bad customer service. That will destroy your back end. And the back end for not only e-commerce, but most businesses out there, the back end is actually the most powerful thing. And if you want any longevity, you need a strong back end. So to go ahead and really have that, what I suggest and what I teach is that you get in the game. You learn how to actually create a great e-commerce platform or store through Shopify, how to effectively market. But then what you do is you learn what works, and then you start white labeling, and then you start private labeling. And then essentially down the road, you could even then create your own brand from scratch. I'm talking you start a brand, and this is talking when you've actually got the capital for it, but you start a brand from scratch, inventory held, and you actually create a brand. The thing is, you can do drop shipping just in itself as a long-term business plan. I have many friends that I've known for years that are still in this game. Some of them, their whole business model is to essentially create stores, have them become successful, and after a few months, they sell them for a pretty good price. They've got their routine down that they can do this, and they've got teams that essentially they build up these Shopify businesses and sell them to people that want them. And then I've got other friends that they've been in this game for a long time, and some of them have brands that have been in this game for a long time, and the brands are still strong and growing stronger and stronger and stronger, and they're doing different things than everybody else, and it's having an actual brand, focusing on the back end. And then most of them do end up getting into white labeling and private labeling, controlling the shipping times, controlling the packaging, everything that goes into having the brand. But, the whole point here is, guys, is that Shopify Dropshipping 1 can be a long-term business model. Doing it in the way that it's been done in the past, you're probably going to need to go ahead and do some other things like white labeling or private labeling, actually keeping your products in certain fulfillment centers, everything like that. But on the short term, this is still a golden business model. I still see people on a weekly basis that start and pretty immediately, or not immediately, but pretty soon, start making really, really good money with just drop shipping in itself. And then the beautiful thing about drop shipping, and the reason I consider it such an amazing business model, I'm talking about Shopify drop shipping here, is that you learn all the ins and outs of e-commerce. Besides the actual inventory held part, which you will need to learn, you learn how to create a Shopify store that actually converts. How to use Facebook marketing or Instagram marketing or Google ads, good sales copy, good product pages. You learn all the ins and outs of e-commerce. That way, whether you want to create more Shopify drop shipping stores, just drop shipping, whether you want to start doing white labeling or private labeling, whether you want to start an e-commerce brand from scratch, or whether you want to have an agency where you run ads essentially for e-commerce businesses. Drop shipping gives you all of that. But with that being said, just Shopify drop shipping in itself, people are still making very, very, very good money with this, just in itself. But with that being said, the things that I'm saying is branding is becoming more and more and more important in going the extra mile, not getting, essentially what I've been seeing people do is get complacent. They start making really good money just drop shipping, and so they either continue with their current drop shipping store or they'll just try to create other drop shipping stores, but they're staying kind of right at that level. And if they do that, you're going to stay at that monetary level. You don't want to do that. You've got to keep advancing, and the next advancement up, if you want to stay drop shipping, would be white labeling, private labeling. So that's just kind of where I see the state of drop shipping now. It's definitely an amazing business model. E-commerce is only growing, and I personally believe that drop shipping through Shopify drop shipping is one of the best business models, if not the best business model to start with, as a young or new entrepreneur or as a new e-commerce entrepreneur. The skills you'll learn, the initial money you can make, that can launch you into either taking e-commerce to the next level or you going into another business model. It's super valuable. But this is why, I've talked about me coming out with Dropship Fortune 2.0. It's launching in just a couple weeks. This is why this is a full e-commerce program. This isn't just a drop shipping course. This is a full e-commerce program where we cover exactly how to create a Shopify store that actually works. We go through the whole drop shipping method. We cover Facebook ads in insane depth. I'm talking hours and hours and hours of Facebook ads, Google ads, but then we get into the whole process, how to effectively sell a brand. We talk about, of course, print on demand, but then the really cool part is that we do cover white labeling, private labeling. We cover essentially how to have a full e-commerce brand and not just a drop shipping store. That's the whole point, guys. You don't want just a drop shipping store. You want to have an e-commerce brand that you can grow over time. And just a point, I'm kind of throwing you all a bone here, but all the current Dropship Fortune members will have automatic free access to Dropship Fortune 2.0. So the 2.0 is going to be, way higher price than Dropship Fortune is right now. So right now is the lowest price it will ever be. If you get in before 2.0 launches, you'll have free access to 2.0. But if you found any value in this, please go ahead and smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Turn that post notification bell so you never miss an upload. Leave a comment down below. Where do you see Shopify dropshipping heading in 2019? I'd love to hear back from you guys. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.